Hey YouTube, welcome to Market Watch, your weekly segment where we talk about the Digimon card game market. BT6 is less than 2 weeks away, and I'm super excited about it. The market is reflecting in such a way where BT6 is coming, and everybody knows about it. So let's see what's happening with the market, shall we? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on to smash potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos come out. Also go ahead and follow me on Twitch and Discord. Links are in the description, and lots of fun things happen in those places, so why not? So we always cover the Omnimons, right? There hasn't been a lot of change since last week. I've noticed that Zort defeats have gone down a few dollars alternate art, so that's kind of cool. And Omnimon Zort itself is actually now cheaper than Blitz Omnimon, which I don't think I've seen. Oh, okay, because that has never mind. It's because that has $5 for shipping, that's why. Anyway. But, yeah, just keep that in mind. That's, my oopsies. But, you know, it's always good to keep an eye on these Omnimons because you never know what could happen. Maybe Blitz Omni will start poking out of nowhere and just doing good things. Who knows? Just be careful with it. Next up, Promo Angelomon. We've been calling it. It's going up every week. You are seriously running out of time. You better get these cards while you can because you will not have the option to do it for a very cheap price very soon. And Diaboromon is just hovering at the same dollar amount basically as last week and every other week. It's pretty stagnant. The BT6, the promo Kurisarimon isn't really having an impact on this. But again, EX01 might impact this card, so just approach it with caution. Trump Sword and Nailbone. These cards are interesting because they are used in the Musketeer, the 3 Musketeer control deck. And like, it's a $2 basically for that. And for Nailbone, a star deck card, it's basically $2. What's important about these cards is, you know, BT1, not the easiest thing to find. Still a lot out there, but, you know, you only get 1 Trump Sword a box, maybe 2 if you're lucky. And Nailbone is only in starter decks. So if this deck starts doing well, these might go up in price, especially if people are playing one or the other. Trump Sword is very good against Gobblebond, because, you know, you attack, it restands. If I say, hey, it's Trump Sword security, it's dead. That's the end of their Gobblebond turn, basically, right? And Nailbone security is always good, because you can bring back a blocker. Not as good against Gobblebond, because, again, it can just bounce the blocker back to the deck. But, you know, it can bring back stuff, and then you can hard activate for free and bring back something like Inkaku Promote with haste, or Rush in this game, and just kill people. So just be careful, because if this deck does well, then you might see a price increase. You might want to make sure you have these copies of these cards before anything potentially like that happens. But yes, Beelstarmon, $65. It's still pre-sales. Be careful. You know, just wait 2 weeks, and there'll be a lot more listings, and you'll be able to get these for a little cheaper on release and maybe a week after release. So just wait a little bit. Relax. It's Zulongmon. It will not be $14. Trust me. It might be $5. Maybe. So just relax with these Zulongmons here. And something like Dinosman alternate art. Dinosman is not a main yellow mega. You know what I mean? It's the kind of mega that it's better as a support type of thing. Like, I don't think I'd build a deck around Dinosman. You know what I mean? There's a reason why my BT6 yellow deck choice video, you guys know what I'm talking about, the BT6 video for each color. There's a reason I didn't do Dinosman. And I think that's because it's just not the best card. The power creep in BT6 kind of power creeps this card, in essence. So $40 for an alternate Dinosman? I don't think so. I can see that easily being cut in half, maybe even lower. Just don't pull the trigger on stuff like that, alright? Ancient Grumon here. $34. It's still cheap. Now, this is interesting to me because it's not going back up yet. The only way this card will go up in price at this point in time until BT7 is if this variant of Gobblebond actually does well. There is a minority of people that do believe that Ancient Grumon is the way because it's a secondary attacker and it gives you something else to go on, blah 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 blah. But a lot of people believe that the rookie rush version of Gobblebond is more consistent, myself included. So I won't touch this card, except for like 1 week of making deck profile with it. That's just, you gotta be careful with that. Maybe get them just to have them if you want to get them, because they are a good price and they're probably not going to go down much at this point. But if Tournaments start happening, and a lot of people are wrong, and this version of the deck is outperforming the other version of the deck. This will go up in price. So just take it as you will. Pulsemons are a little bit of money, like $27. They're going back up in price. Pulsemon will still see play in BT6. It'll still see play in BT7. It'll see play in BT8. Just make sure you have your Pulsemons. We don't know if this will be reprinted in 2022. We don't know. We have no idea. Evo Cup reprints were nice, and the pre-release promo thing for winning an alternate Pulsemon is nice, but we don't know what 2022 has to offer. Maybe they'll give away this card again, who knows. But make sure you have your copies. If it doesn't get a reprint, it's just going to only go up from this point in time. Imperial German alternate art. The blue one. It's 20 bucks, which is pretty cool. But it's not going to be the blue deck of choice in BT6. So I do expect this card to go down. Just make sure you get your copies of this card before EX01 hype starts happening, and definitely before the Imperial German starter deck comes out. Because at that point in time, this version of this card will probably explode a little bit. And you don't want to be on the opposite end of an explosion. Unless you like it. But yeah, just wait a little bit. You should probably be fine. This is interesting. So, the Chaosmon Valderarm, as part of the 1-year anniversary box topper, I think this includes things like this, Millenniumon, a couple other things. 20 bucks, which is interesting. Now, is this technically a pre-sale item? It is technically max rarity, same with the Millenniumon and a few other cards that are coming out with that. I would not pull the trigger on these because, again, they will be everywhere as soon as people start mass box opening, mass case opening this set. 20 bucks is way too much for a card that probably won't see play in BT6. Just being real. I think the odd person will play yellow, which means the odd person will play this. And maybe the odd person that's playing green will play this version of Chaosmon. So it's going to go down. You do not spend 20 bucks on it right now. That's just basically burning your money. Shopmon DX alternate art is $8. Now, I don't know if I see it going down further, but this is just one of those PSAs. Again, if we get good Shopmon support, this card could just explode. And you know, anything's possible with like dual color support now. Imagine if we get Shopmon cards and the Shopmon line in a different color combination, like red-black maybe or something. This card, if they trigger with Shopmon, if they work, if they are cohesive, that's it. It's just gonna explode. So maybe if you want to have Shopmons, if you really like the concept of this card, maybe grab your copies now. Grab your 4 copies now. It might go down another $1 or $2 as time progresses, but for $8, I probably would buy them if I didn't have them already. CANTOR SWAN alternate art at $7.50. This is just another PSA. If the Kudamon promo CANTOR SWAN stuff actually sees a lot of play, this version of CANTOR SWAN will go up in price. It might not, again, because it falls into yellow, and yellow kind of has the shaft in BT6. But if it does see a lot of play and it tops tournaments, I could definitely see this version of the card going up in price. So just be cautious, be careful, get them if you want them. Paddleman, because now I guess I'm always doing Paddlemons on my market watches. This Paddlemon is the official Tournament Pack Volume 3 version of the BT11. You on-play it, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, and add the Yellow Tamers to your hand. You know, this card is always interesting. It's a tech option in Shine Greymon, and to be real, you know, Shine Greymon's getting good in BT7. I don't know if they're going to play any copies of this card, but it's definitely always a consideration. I know people back in the day, when Shine Greymon came out originally, that played copies of this card, because adding Yellow Tamers to your hand is good. It's a good thing, right? So, just so you know, again, more and more of these volume pack, tournament packs will be coming out as the weeks go by. This card might even go down, but like $350. If you want a playset, get a playset. $14 for a playset really isn't that much, okay? Nidhogman, $5. This is because green is okay right now, but as soon as BT6 turns around, yeah, green probably ain't doing much. The green decks that are doing much will probably have Nidhogs, so if you have Nidhogs, keep them, don't sell them. If you don't have them, maybe buy them, it's up to you. The final card I want to talk about is not a Digimon card. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card, Barone de Fleur. I'm bringing this up to kind of prove a point to people. Occasionally, I will see people, and people will message me and tell me that they think that this game is really expensive. Like, Digimon is a really expensive card game. And to those people, a valid response I'll do sometimes is I'll just direct them to Yu-Gi-Oh! This card is basically $104 US. You know what you can buy in Digimon for $140 US? A good deck. You know, right now, you can build Lord Nightmon for approximately $140 US. You can do that. When BT6 comes out and the booster boxes are in circulation and cards are being cracked, I wouldn't be surprised if you can build a couple Tier 1 decks with $140 US, or very close to that. Now, there are some decks where you can't do that. Like if you're playing a deck with 4 Zort defeats, well, you're kind of out of luck. If you're playing things like Beelstar control, or Musketeer control, I should call it. Or maybe you're playing things like security control with the Zorts. Or maybe you're playing things like Ancient Grumons or stuff like that. You know, the odd exception. You won't be able to build a deck for $140. But this game is relatively budget compared to Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you gotta spend this kind of money on cards. Or even worse in some other cases. So, I just wanted to bring that up because it's just really cool to compare, right? That's what I do sometimes. Card shop owner, it happens, it's second nature, I do it all the time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little comparison. I hope you guys enjoyed the market watch. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Did we cover everything you wanted? Was there anything else I should have covered? I love reading that stuff in the comments, so just let me know. And we're out of here. See ya!